Good morning, Packers fans. Aaron Nagler here with Cheesehead TV with your Packers Daily Chat on the Cheesehead TV social channels. Hope you're all having a fantastic Tuesday morning. What's love got to do with it anyway? I don't know. I love these rumors and things that pop up. I saw this thing that Brandy was talking about in the comments. Amar messaged me on Instagram. People, don't pay attention to the internet for the next 8 days. That's my only advice to you. That's where I'm going to leave it, including me. Don't pay attention. Whatever you do, if you want a long, fruitful life, don't pay attention to me. Hello, everybody in the comment section. Good to see you. Morning, Brian. How are you? Could Zaven Collins buck the trend with his size? Could maybe even play edge in a pinch? Thomas for some team. Doubt it's for the Packers, though. I can't imagine they spend draft capital there. But I could be wrong. You never know. Big B, it's fake. You think? Morning, Zeke. How are you? Bernard's in the comments. Stirring it up, baby. Stirring it up with Rodgers is overrated. Stir that pot, baby. Ooh, I love it. I love it. Of course, the answer to that is it depends on who's doing the rating. Most people haven't pegged him correctly. But hey, your mileage may vary. Good morning, Aaron. Thanks for doing this. No problem. Do the Packers have enough cap room to sign all their draft picks, or do they still have to move money? Wonder if this will spark something. No. Yes, they have enough money. They have just enough at this moment to sign the draft picks necessary. There's no way they draft 10 guys. I'll just say that right now. So don't worry about it. Love will tear us apart again. See, David, now you're getting it. That's right. Correct. I mean, if you take a tool around the internet, take a little swing by the Twitter sphere. Jordan Love provokes strong opinions. Strong opinions. Nags, you know exactly who we're drafting. It starts with Samuel and ends with Cosme. Thanks, Joseph. Let me see here. Hey, Nags, do you think the writing's on the wall with them not figuring out Rodgers' contract to free up cap space? No. The writing is on the wall in the sense of leaving their options open. It's not a call to, okay, we're getting ready to jettison him. I know there is a whole industry around the idea that the Packers are looking to forge forward without Aaron Rodgers. They are leaving that open as a possibility, 100%. But this is not an action item. This is not something they are hoping or looking to do with purpose. They are literally keeping their options open. That's it. That's all it is. And I know that's not sexy. I know that doesn't create headlines, but that is literally what they're doing. Ooh, Dawson, love stinks or love bites. Got to be love stinks, right? Come on. Jay Giles band, give it up. Broncos send 2 1s for love. I'd do it. I don't think the Packers would, but you never know. Bernard is hitting the pipe too early. Yeah, Tony, it seems to be a common theme sometimes in the comment section. Noah, did you see the Jordan Love Patriots first round pick swap rumor? Interesting to see the very least. No, yes, I saw it. As Big B said, it's fake, people. Move on with your life. Yo, good morning, Nags. Good morning, Alex. How are you? Do we see Jordan Love in the preseason this year at least? Sean, we better. Absolutely, 1,000,000,000%. It is time to see this kid on the football field. Yes, no question about it. I would tend to think we'll probably see him the majority of the time. Got to get him reps. Got to get him live reps. Got to get him game reps. That's literally the question I asked Goody Kunst. The one question I was allowed to ask last time Goody was made available. And that's not about me. I mean, we all got to ask one question. Then it was like, oh, okay, thanks a lot, guys. Like, had 5 others I would have liked to ask, but God forbid. Hopefully we'll get Goody Kunst prior to the draft so he can say a lot of nothing then too. Probably just a draft exercise. It's not an exercise. It's not real. Someone made it up. It's not nothing. Was letting Martinez go a mistake? No. And I love Blake. Blake and our boys, totally great guy. But no. Paying what they paid, the Giants meaning, paying that 10 plus or 10 a year for Blake Martinez and the Packers? No. Absolutely not. Ryan, thanks for the super chat. Happy first legal 420 to my fellow New York Packer fans. Also, do you think Goody considers talent within our division when considering picks? Somewhat. You don't want to chase it, but it's impossible not to. I mean, obviously, I think I remember asking him about Ron taking the 3 corners the draft after Randy Moss's rookie year. And obviously one of those three worked out. Sometimes you can get down a rabbit hole when you're chasing, specific matchups within your division. Now, Randy Moss obviously was a special case. He was a generational talent, Hall of Famer, very special player. But for the most part, I think you want to stay away from that. It's something I'll circle back with on Gutekunst because I'd be interested to hear his response to that. It's a good question, but I tend to believe that is something they want to try and shy away from. Love is the only first rounder who didn't get a snap in 2020. Cool. The Packers were one of 4 teams playing for a chance to go to the Super Bowl on that particular Sunday in January. Facts only. What does a drunk Nagler do as GM on draft night? Oh, I call everybody and I make wild trade proposals. That's what I do. Noah, thanks for the super chat. Long-time listener, first-time dono. Here from UW Oshkosh, close to Appleton. Yeah, no, I know. I dated a girl who went to UW Oshkosh back in the day. Shout out to Trisha. Anyways, back to the 2019 draft. Who's more exciting, Gary or Savage? Oh, it's got to be Gary. I love Savage. I love how he came on toward the end of the year last year. But Savage is a game wrecker, and he's only getting better. He hasn't even touched his ceiling yet. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Great things are coming from Rashawn Gary. No doubt about it. I was watching 2009 Defensive Player of the Year Charles Woodson highlights, and holy moly, that man was playing a different game than everybody else. Yeah, Sean. He saw things faster. He diagnosed things better and quicker, didn't take false steps, was ahead of a lot, did so much tape study that he basically knew where plays were going at times. You obviously saw the risk-taking with so many of the pick sixes. The man was on another level. There's no doubt about it. One of the true greats. Is there any possibility the Packers really traded up to get Ayuk, but he was taken the pick prior, and Love was the only pick remaining, so they grabbed him instead? I don't think so, because if I remember right, the call came up. They didn't make the move until, that pick was on the clock. So, but yes, no, they moved up to get Jordan Love. This ain't your fantasy draft in your friend's basement. Do the Packers tend to shy away from players with injury concerns in the draft? Not specifically. I think they prefer guys who have been in school for the 4 years, done the Senior Bowl route, etc. But that doesn't mean they'll shy away completely from guys who may have an injury history. Obviously, they like athletic upside. We know what their athletic testing score thresholds are for the most part. But I don't think it knocks guys down the board and or puts them off the board altogether. I think they'll weigh the upside / risk. Now, obviously, they have one of the more conservative medical teams in the league. That's been well documented. I can tell you for a fact that they were very close to taking Mack back in the day, the linebacker down in Jacksonville. But the doctor came in, McKenzie and company came in at the last minute with concerns about the knee, and that's why they took Kenny Clark instead. So there are instances where medical will make them kind of reevaluate and or change course. But that doesn't mean that guys are going to be completely off their board or just not taken because of it. Kyle, thanks for the super chat. If you had to pick out one person on the Packers you expect / hope to break out this year, who are you taking? Kyle, I've answered this before. I'll answer it again. I'm going to say this till the cows come home, till camp starts, till we get to week 1. I want Josiah DeGuara to blow the F up just so I can turn around and clip all the people who were during the draft. Oh, they took a fullback in the 3rd round. What a dumb pick. Because I can't wait to rub it in their face. The man is so explosive, so athletic, so multidimensional, allows them to do so many different things on offense. But the myopic draft industrial complex has to pigeonhole a guy and, we didn't see him the same way, so the Packers must be wrong. I can't wait to shove it in their face. So short answer, Josiah DeGuara. Is the lack of veteran an issue at linebacker position? No. Guys got good playing experience last year. They'll continue to develop. And, with the way, if they run the scheme similar to the way it was run in LA last year, now that's not a given, but if it is similar, that's it's not a negligible position, but it's not something that they had a dynamic presence in for the Rams. You don't need world beaters there. Um, maybe they look at somebody, but I doubt it. I think they'll roll with what they got. Maybe add somebody in the draft, but I don't think it's a huge concern. What else we got? Oh, I got that one. Okay, good. All right. Just don't want to miss any super chats. Mike Malone. Thanks for the super chat. Watching Daniel Jeremiah's last mock draft before the 20 draft, he picked Love at 30 and was so glad he fell. Amazing how trading up changes optics. Yeah, it's interesting too because the Packers didn't give up a whole lot. They gave up a fourth. Where people get kind of their bent about it is the fact that the Packers then didn't have the ammo to get a wide receiver later in a wide receiver deep draft, where we all thought going into that draft they were going to take one. So I think that coupled with the fact that it's a quarterback really kind of warps perceptions a little bit. But I hear you. I totally get it. I don't think it's any mystery that the Packers really didn't give up a whole lot to get this guy. Dr. McKenzie is a better drafter than Brian Gutekunst. Big B, I like Mac. I was dying to have Mac on the Packers. I would have loved that. He's a great player. But I hear you. I love Kenny too. We all know that. Hey, Nags, you have an insurance policy. What's wrong with the Packers having one? Love. Oh, that's really well stated. Jay Sternberger breakout. I hope so. I hope so. The kid's been through a lot, both injury, that cheap hit from the Texans, COVID-19. Then you got the flu. The guy's been through the ringer. So I hope, for his sake, he can just stay on the field, start the year. I think the upside still there. You still see it. The athleticism, the ability to get down the field, the receiving ability. It's all there. And he's a better blocker than I ever would have thought coming out of college. So, yeah, I think there's still a world of potential there. He's just got to stay on the field, 100%. TKM, good to see you at your post. Thanks for the super chat. Alex Smith retiring without a Super Bowl. Should we blame the front office of San Francisco, Kansas City, or Washington, or all three? The answer, of course, is yes. No doubt about it. Who is my personal favorite corner in this draft? Oh, I go back and forth. I like Surtain, but I like Asante Samuel Jr. probably the most. And I know Newsom's got his fans, and they're all great, but I just love the way Asante Samuel Jr. plays. I think he's just an absolute dog. Attorney Cooper, who has more carries in 2021, A.J. Dillon or Aaron Jones? God, I think it'll be close. I do think it'll be pretty opponent-specific, game plan specific, so it's hard to say with any kind of totality. I think it'll be very close. I would suspect A.J. Dillon by a bit, but that's absolute guesswork on my part, obviously. Nuclear Family, thanks for the super chat. Production or potential? Seems like by the time players get good, they're likely to price themselves out with 4-year deals, grab players who are good now. Doesn't seem to be the Packers' MO, does it? They like to develop those guys. Now, yes, sometimes they do kind of move on without being retained, a la Micah Hyde. But for the most part, if you do develop and you show to be an important piece, a core member of the unit, you're going to get extended. Not always, but that's the dream. That's the plan, so to speak. As far as like college production, I don't care about college production. And I know most scouts, most personnel people, obviously you look at it and it's part of the puzzle, but it doesn't mean a whole hell of a lot to put up tons of tackles or receptions against the future Jim Cheaters of America. It's very much about potential and about reaching that. It's about projection. There was a rant, I think it's still on the YouTube channel somewhere, a couple years ago when Corey and I were doing a live stream. I think it was the first one we did in the studio on the west side here. That I went off on, the draft industrial complex and how everybody looks at production. Everybody talks about what they did in college when that means absolutely nothing once they hit the NFL. When you are drafted as a player, as a prospect, it is all about projection. The team is projecting what you are going to do, how you are going to grow, how you are going to develop, how you will work with your teammates, how you will work in the scheme, how you will take the coaching from the staff. All of those elements combined together with your continuing maturation as basically as a specimen, as a human being. Will you grow into your frame? How much more muscle can you add without losing speed, etc.? All of those things are what are being projected. And that's where, when the rubber meets the road, the difference comes in an actual NFL evaluator who works for a team versus a guy on the internet who makes lists. Because 90% of the draft coverage you get is a guy with the internet who makes lists. Now, that's not all of them, but most of them. That's what they are compared to what I was just talking about, projecting them forward. And that's why so much draft analysis and content is such shit. There's none of that going on. It's about, ooh, shiny bells and whistles in college, plug them in here. And that's the depth of it. And I got no time for it. I don't give a shit. You're telling me nothing. That's just me. That's just something I'm into. Ooh, baby. What else we got here, folks? Connor. Once Love takes over in Green Bay, Rodgers should make 3 teams compete in jeopardy as he hosts for his signature for their team. Except Connor, he'll probably be traded, so I don't think he'll have that opportunity. Did Favre need Jerry Glanville to get where he got? I mean, it's all part of the journey, right? Where's Mississippi? Is he throwing spirals? He's throwing spirals. We're going to throw a damn parade. Come on. Love Jerry Glanville. Shout out to Wisconsin volleyball. Big win over Florida. I'm down for it. Wisconsin volleyball. Hey, also, shout out to the Milwaukee Brewers. I stayed up, and they rewarded me with a big, big West Coast W. Shout out to the Brewers. I enjoyed the piece with Paul Brettel last evening. Well done, sir. Thanks, old-timer Dave. If you guys haven't checked it out, Paul Brettel, who writes for Cheesehead TV and does his own stuff at Dairyland Express, we talked about the draft, about moving up, moving down, the possibility of just sticking around at 29 and making the pick. Paul has lots of really good insight, really smart guy. If you are not reading his stuff, you should be. Follow him on Twitter and check out the video. It's on the YouTube channel. Along with, I talked with Andy Herman, Mr. Packaday himself, about the offensive line, the tight end position, the offseason program. Check that out on the channel. And we have the premiere video from Matt Mamba, who is our new YouTube video contributor. Nothing but new content here for you guys. We don't stop here at Cheesehead TV. It's all we do. Can't wait to see Joe Buck on Jeopardy. I see your sarcasm. Happy Corbin Burns Day. Now you're talking. Dan Leisher, what's up, Dan? God, man, I haven't seen you in forever. Have I seen you since North Carolina? I don't think so. That's crazy. Brewers and UWV ball. Bucks lost in depressing fashion on a ticky-tack follow at the end of OT. I saw the Bucks Twitter explode after that foul. Brian Butch was not happy. But, hey, man, Brewers win. That's all we care about. Andy Herman is the GOAT. The GOAT! What do I expect from Kiki this year? Mark, I expect consistency. We all saw the games where he got to the quarterback a couple times, and that's all well and good, but he needs to put it all together, the complete game. He's got the tools. You see it in spurts. I just need consistency from Kiki, in a big, big way. As in North Carolina School of the Arts. Joey, Dan didn't go to School of the Arts, but I did meet him when I went to School of the Arts. We used to watch, we met because of the Packers. We would watch Packer games at the same bar. William, thanks for the super chat. I like the scenario that Paul made last night about trading down. I would like to pick an edge early too, LOL. Edge is not out of the realm of possibility. Certainly not. You're always kind of, trying to restock the shelves, so to speak. And there's a very good possibility that one of the Smiths isn't there next year. And you got to keep that rotation going. Yeah, edge is not out of the realm of possibility, really. Not a doubt. Get to Milwaukee. We'll go to a Brewers game. That's what I'm talking about, Dan. What do you see as the weakest position as of today for Green Bay? Probably defensive tackle. Can we get Kenny Clark some help, please? Can we get Kenny Clark some help? Please. Is there a new tackling coach this year? Maybe Brian Urlacher. Don't talk about Brian Urlacher with the Packers in any way, shape, or form. Don't put that in the universe, please. Thank you. You should do a date night live with us, Nags. We will help you determine what scheme to run. Oh, man. That's scary. Am I talking football with Andy this week? I did, Gary. That's the video I just mentioned. Make sure you check it out on the YouTube page. It's right there. All right, everybody. I'm going to have to get going. Can't thank you guys enough for hanging out, talking Packers each and every day, Monday through Friday. I'll be back tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern with some more Packers trivia. We were back at it last night. Always a good time. Please join me for that right here on the YouTube channel. In the meantime, please hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, Tell your family. Cheesehead TV. We are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day. Go Pack Go.